So, good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Antonio, back with another video today. Try to have something compelling for you guys every time I get back on in front of my celly. Wow, we got mangoes galore. Yeah, it's been raining like crazy. But I got a quick storytelling, still figuring out more the meaning of life and why people react the way they act. So, I remember one time, actually several times, I used to always go out with my friends when I was younger. Interestingly enough, again, one of my first times ever leaving the state was with one of my best friends at 12 years old. His mom took us back to her home state where she was born and where she grew up. I think it was North Carolina. And a different side story, but I remember in high school having a friend, fast forward years later, having a friend, one of my best friends. His dad came in from the islands, the Caribbean. And this isn't necessarily a story about how different cultures or different groups of black people look down on different groups of black people, anything like that. I didn't even really think about it until just now. And again, I'm having all these epiphanies within the last 5 minutes. But he took his son out to dinner and invited me, of course. He had his lady with him, his lady friend. I guess he was introducing his lady friend into his son. But he took us out, to like Olive Garden or whatnot, and we all ordered and we all ate. And I remember a side comment. There goes the rain. There was a side comment made about, wow, he finished his whole entire plate. He didn't leave anything. So it was just weird at the time. I thought about it maybe a week later at the time. It's funny how I can recall these memories from 17, 18 years ago, right? Like, why would it be such a bad thing for someone to eat all of their food off of their plate? Like, do people feel like that's rude, or do people feel like that's disgusting, or you're greedy or something like that? If you go to a restaurant, you go to a nice restaurant that you're sitting down at and you eat all of the food off your plate, what would be the harm or the foul in that? And then as I'm sitting in my room over the last hour or two contemplating these things, doing my research and whatnot, having an interesting morning. It's Friday, of course. I always get up early on Fridays and review my week and plan out the next couple days. The weekend is always an interesting time. I thought, I wonder how we create all these different thought patterns and all these different rules and all these systems. Like a grown adult who, I don't know if he's trying to show off to his girlfriend, or if he's trying to teach his son something, or whatever the case may be, that you would say to someone that's 3, almost 4 times younger than you that, wow, he was really hungry, he ate everything off his plate. As if, like, I was greedy or something, or I was poor, or whatever the case may be. Again, coloring outside of the line. So I think about fast food, or even regular restaurants or things, even ourselves, when we cook ourselves food, like fast food. A small in this country would be considered a large in another country or another part of the world. So it's all perception. Again, Americans being so fat and being one of the most obese societies in the world. That's why corona or whatever virus affects this country so much, because the people are already overeating. They're already obese. They do the most cultural appropriation. We eat Italian spaghetti. We eat French fries. We eat Chinese sushi. Like, nothing here is actually created here other than the American pie or the American burger. I mean, you've been eating buffaloes for the past 200 years. I just had to explain to the freaking Publix attendant yesterday. They're doing this whole study about how guns has been in American culture for over 100 years, and they think it's becoming a problem. Oh, now you think guns are becoming a problem after you've been killing black people? for 100 years, not to be too political. You know, the American buffalo has been damn near extinct for almost 100 years, and now you want to talk about maybe we have an issue with guns? So it's everyone's being greedy. It's not just 15, 16-year-old boys sitting at Olive Garden. I mean, maybe if I didn't eat my food and I let his dad waste a $20 meal there, maybe he would have been more happy. Maybe he would have had, this foreigner would have had something more exciting to say to his girlfriend while they were snickering across from his son and his son's best friend. But yeah, we sit all the time with McDonald's. They keep pushing the boundaries. In the 90s, you could have ordered a bucket of fries if you want to. A bucket of fries. It's already too much that you give people an option versus a small fry, a medium fry, or a large fry, or small drink, or a medium drink, or a large drink, or extra large drink. Like, it's all the extravagant and the exuberant. But it's like, you know, that's just the thing. You yourself, can you discipline yourself? Can you control yourself? Do you practice mindfulness and awareness? Do you practice higher states of consciousness? Like, all this overconsumption is just filling a void for some people. You know, that's people trying to make room for more things on this planet. They'll try to say, oh, you're all tree huggers and, you know, you're stopping the evolution and the flow with things. We can't all sit home and not do anything, right? We can't do that. I mean, how much more do you need? Like, can't we coast for like the next 25 to 30 years? We have enough technology. Yes, you can indeed plant frigging trees all around the world. I mean, if you need to plant, I mean, just eat the friggin' plants and the trees and the herbs and the leaves, the fruits and vegetables that we already have now. Like, it shouldn't be an issue. People are using up all the water reserves, where most of the water can be found indeed inside fruits and vegetables. If you eat friggin' fruits and vegetables, you'll keep yourself moisturized, or whatever the case may be, hydrated. Walking around with all these plastic water bottles, you're actually making yourself worse. See, the thing with technology, the more that we learn ourselves and put the power into the hands of our scientists or our great leaders, the more that we are muddying the waters. You know, again, whether the perception of this invention, whether it's going to be good or bad, we still have people out there that is going to take advantage, that's going to use the powers that be to deliver nefarious messages, to spread nefarious ideas, and so on and so forth. Man, we have a whole lives to be living. But yeah, this was just a brief rant on a good old Friday afternoon, about 5 hours later than I would normally upload a video on a good Friday morning, right? Guess that's the whole purpose of it, Morningstar, right? I was actually gonna name my tarot channel Morningstar Tarot, but I just left it at OU. Got every now and then I have to change up the alias, man. I just literally spoke to an attorney, believe it or not. They want to give me a free pass, some type of free pass program, pre-trial something, I don't know. Another way for them to try to suck money out of you. They're going to put 1 million rules and regulations on you after you pay your money, and then say, oh, we caught you outside after 8 o'clock, or oh, we caught you smoking a marijuana blunt, even though it's legal. Like, all these random drug tests and all this thing, it's like you're shackling yourself down. At the end of the day, I'd rather put that money in the stock market and just let it build over time if they want to come and try to lock me up somewhere. Like, I'm not playing regular games with these people. I'm playing real games with these people. But, you know, not really too worried about that. A small, minor inconvenience at the end of the day that can be taken care of with money. It's just how this country works. But, you know, I'm learning the ways of the magics and the tricks and the trades of the courts. So dealing with them, and they don't know they're actually in power. I mean, see, that's the thing. Leave people alone. Your enemy is your best friend. That's why they came up with that slogan, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You want to keep bothering people? You want to keep arresting people? You want to keep killing people? You ain't doing nothing but turning that coal into a diamond. So I'll take the one night in jail as Martin Luther King did, so that I can go back and reflect on all his speeches and all Malcolm X's speeches, and also different speeches on economical leaders in regards to, you know, what we need to do to get money, or even how the justice system is, you know, it's supposed to be a rehabilitation system, but people are getting locked away like animals in cages. Not to say they need to be sitting in there with direct TV and jacuzzis, but you don't have gyms in there. You're taking out everything. There's no art in there. There's no rehabilitation. Again, I might not know, so maybe that's more of the spirit saying, hey, like, we're going to send you back into the belly of the beast for another 30 days or a year or whatever. I have no fear of these things. Jail, what's that? What is that? Prison, what is that? Yeah, people just put themselves in weird situations, man. I've never been that type of person, student, or whatever. Like, I've never been suspended from school or things like that. Like, I've never put myself in a situation where I'm gonna get shot up at a house party because the people that I'm hanging with. Like, no, bro. Like, I'd rather, as a grown-ass adult, I'd rather buy my own liquor, buy my own herbs, and sit myself in my house and make it rain in my bedroom. Not get drunk and high out of my mind, driving through the city crazy, and then get to a freaking strip club where I have to pay entry fee, then get in the club and make it rain on somebody that's going everyone that's picking my money up off the floor. No, it does not work like that. Like, see, that's the difference between intelligent men and the stupid men y'all keep picking out there. Y'all want to know where all the good men at and all this other things. Y'all want to, you know, people, men and women, they want to play games. And they wonder where all the businessmen are, where all the smart people are, where all the people that's actually trying to make a difference. They're not in the club. They're not at the bar. They're not at King of Diamonds. They're not at whatever club you think they're at. Definitely not going to find them on Facebook in these Facebook groups. But that's it for me. It's all about discipline, man. When you go out to eat or go to these restaurants, you don't have to order an extra large. And for the people that's already mindful, when you cook yourself food and you fix your plate, you don't have to eat everything off your plate. You don't have to overfill yourself and make yourself feel like, oh, I fixed all this food. I'm gonna throw it away. Like, cover it up, eat half of it later. That's how you want to practice, whatever the case may be, weight loss or whatever the case may be, eating less. Fix your plate, eat half of it. Even if you're still hungry, drink water. Like, drink some lemon water. Eat half your plate and save the other half for later. I'll just use myself as an example. I'll eat Publix subs. Even if I eat Publix subs 5 days a week, I'll eat half now and half later. Yeah, I have my snacks and all that type of stuff, but it's like, if I go get a big gigantic plate of food from some restaurant or something like that, eat half now, eat half later. Some things you can't really do that with, like pizza or fast food. I mean, people eat cold pizza in New York, so you can actually do things like do that with things like that. But like stuff like fast food, which is why you don't want to eat fast food. How can you eat a burger, half of a burger and fry and then save it for later? That doesn't make any sense, right? Make your life make sense, man. Make your life make sense. Like, it was just hard down raining and now there's not a raindrop in sight. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Deuces.